today our goal is to study about the simple pendulum in a simple harmonic motion. Just we will start with the simple pendulum. Complete topic about the simple pendulum. So as the name is given, that is a simple pendulum. The content is not that much simple. It will apply with as advanced level. So how it will be means we will deal one by one. So what does it mean by simple pendulum means? It is having general simple pendulum. What we are using that is not an ideal simple pendulum. Let me give the definition for ideal simple pendulum. So I already told you ideal case means it is not available in the general practical manner. That means we cannot identify this type of simple pendulum. So then the pendulum is nothing but as a simple pendulum is nothing but any object which can be any object which is hanged with the help of the small thread which is having some metallic bob like this. So the ideal simple pendulum means the string which is having the string which is using, this is having the one special type of properties. The bob, here we are using some of the object is there. This is named as the bob, and the spherical object we will name it as this is the bob. We will call it as the bob. You can have spherical object. Spherical object. So generally we will use the metallic material, spherical metal. We will use like this. So they will consisting of two type. These string also it will have consisting of property. Here the bob also it will have some properties. What are the properties means? First we will concentrating on the bob, metallic bob what we are using. It should be a point size mass. So first property for the bob means it must be a point size heavy body. Point size heavy body. So as I given the as I told you, this is the ideal case. This is the ideal case means it is impossible to identify this type of pendulum. Means in this world only you can easily identify. How can we get a point size object which is having the heavy body? That means more weight is there. It is impossible. A body should be a point size, and also it should have the heavy body. It is impossible to get. So this property cannot be identified in the practical manner. So about the properties about the string, this is the thread or the wire which is using. It is named as the string. How can we? What is the properties for the string means? So the properties for the string means it should consisting of the string must be a massless. Let me take the string must be consist of what are the properties should obey the string means it must be a massless string, and also it is an inextensible string. So inextensible string, and also it is not a torsionless string. So let me explain one by one properties. So massless spring means the thread, the wire which are using, it should not consisting of any mass. In practical, it may not be have any material you can take means they will consisting of mass. So what I am telling you, it is the ideal pendulum. So it should not be have the mass. Mass should not be have this wire. So it is inextensible. That means if we add if we connect this bob, I already told you it is a heavy point size object is there. if I connect this heavy pointed object to the string, it should not sag. That means it should not extend. So that should be, it is an inextensible property, and also it is a torsionless string. Torsion means if the string is having the rotational torque, that means like this. If you connect any bob, means it should not provide the rotational motion of the string due to the string. That means you should not provide the torsionless property. Then that string can be named, that string should be, these properties should be obey this string. So if you want to give the complete definition of the ideal simple means, you need to read all properties, you can get the ideal simple pendulum. Ideal simple pendulum means a heavy pointed object is suspended with help of the inextensible massless torsionless string, then that object can be named as the ideal simple pendulum. That means we are suspended with heavy pointed object with help of the one of the string, that string having the properties of massless property, inextensible property, torsionless property. Then that total system, this total system can be named as a simple pendulum, but it is the ideal simple pendulum. But ideal simple pendulum, because of we cannot have the heavy object which is having in the point size, which does not having the any string which is having massless, which does not having the inextensible string, even we are applying the load, it should not be inextensible, and also torsionless string we don't have. That's why ideal simple pendulum is the only definition, only it is exist. In practical it won't be exist. Now how can you give the normal definition for the simple pendulum? Now I mean to give the simple pendulum. Simple pendulum means a heavy metallic bob is connected with a small lightweight thread, that is named as a simple pendulum. So let me take the definition. The definition means a heavy metallic bob. Generally I told you bob is nothing but a spherical shape object. Spherical shape object. That is a spherical shape object. Is suspended with help of light thread. So then these system can be named as the simple pendulum. This is the practical definition for the simple pendulum. That means in your practical laboratory you can see that one with the help of the one small thread we will use one big size of metallic bob. So then we will name it as the simple pendulum, this one. So it is the general definition. So you may get the doubt which definition is the correct to get the perfect score in your examination, means better to write this definition is the perfect definition to get the full score of this or mark. If they are asking 2 marks, then means you need to write this definition. They won't cut any marks. That is the definition for the simple pendulum. Now in the simple pendulum we need to know some of the small definitions. What are those means? Here the connection of the simple pendulum with the rigid support that can be named as the point of suspension. So that means here the pendulum is connected with one rigid support is there. This will name it as the point of suspension. Let me take S is equal to point of suspension. So this is the point of suspension. Now, in general practical case we took that the object size is the spherical shape. So I already told you, if the object is in perfectly geometrical shape, the center of gravity of the object will coincide with the geometrical center of the object. So it is a spherical shape, means the center of gravity location is the real center of that is the exact center of the geometrical center of the object. This is the center of gravity location of the bob. So the distance from the suspension point to the center of gravity of the object which is hanged in the thread means that can be named as the length of the pendulum. So here I will take the L is equal to, it is the distance between, it is the distance between, BW means, B by W means between. So between point of suspension to point of suspension to center of gravity of the bob, center of the gravity of the bob. Center of gravity of the bob. So this is the length of the pendulum. Generally we will name it with the notation with the small l. So now if the pendulum is made, see, if the pendulum is does not making any oscillation, where the pendulum is taking the rest, that location can be named as the mean position. That is not a perfect definition, but what about the perfect definition of the mean position? I already told you. Mean position is nothing but where the object does not have any resultant force acting on that one. So that means when the object is in this position, the net force which is acting on this position is 0 because of the weight is acting in downward direction and the tension will act in the upward direction. The resultant force is balanced. That's why the object is said to be mean position. This is the location of the mean position. Now if with help of our external force, if the bob is slightly displaced from its mean position, let me take, this is the displacement of the body from its mean position. After releasing this bob, the bob will move, the bob will make the oscillations, it will make the oscillations to other side and it will come to the same position. It will make the oscillations. Let me take the angle of displacement is made with the mean position of the bob is a theta. Let me take like this. Now let me take the mass of the bob is equal to m. So now I am concentrating here because of here nothing force is there because of the weight is balanced by the tension in the string. Now here also I am taking the tension in the string, T is equal to T. Now here is the weight of the bob will act always in the downward direction. So the weight is acting on downward direction like this, weight of the body. Generally the weight is equal to mg because of we took the mass is m. So acceleration due to gravity at the place g, then mg is the weight of the body. Then this is the tension which is acting in this is the tension which is acting upward direction. Now we need to, I am planning to resolve this weight as a two component. So you will please look on this one, it is a straight line. So this is also straight line, this is also straight line. These two lines are the parallel, this line and this line are the parallel line. We will please check, this is the one of the straight line. The parallel lines they can cut the straight line with the equal angles. That means here is the theta means here must be, hello? Here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What is the angle here? Theta only. Okay, that is the angle theta. Now I already told you, if you know the vector in a particular direction, we can resolve the vector as a two component. Now the theta is here. Now these mg I am resolving along the direction of the direction of this one, and also I am perpendicular direction of this direction. I am resolving this vector. Now this is the vector. I am resolving the vector and along the adjacent side. Adjacent side component will get the sin theta. Are you getting or not? Adjacent side is equal to cos theta, na? Sorry. Adjacent side is equal to cos theta. So the component of the weight along this direction is equal to mg cos theta. Now this direction is nothing but it is the opposite direction of the angle. Then opposite sine value is equal to mg sin theta. So this direction of is equal to mg sin theta. Now will please check this one. It is a very important. They will ask in your several examination. Please check this along the mean position. Mean position tension in the string is equal to T is equal to, anybody will you tell? At the mean position tension in the string, T is balanced by the how much? Weight of the body. Weight of the body is equal to
minus m.
No need to say minus mg. They are in the opposite direction. Tell me the only magnitude. T is equal to mg, but it is in the mean position. But it is the mean position. Mean position. But will you please look on this one? As the bob is making slightly some angle, tell me the tension at the extreme position. Tension in the extreme position. T is equal to very good mg cos theta. Where it is extreme position. Extreme position. So then please concentrate here. The tension is not constant in all places of the bob. Please note this. The tension is not constant. Will you please tell me which value is the more? Which value is more?
At extreme positions.
Well, no, don't take like this. Tell me the cos theta values in the trigonometric table. Tell me the cos theta value. Cos theta, where theta is equal to 0, 0, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, and 60 degrees, and 90 degrees. Will you please tell me cos 0 is equal to 1. Cos 30 is equal to root 3 by 2. Cos 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 2. Cos 90 is equal to 0. See, cos values, while the cos angle is increasing, here the angle is increasing, cos value is going to be 0. Are you getting or not? That means if the angle is more, say can I write this formula like this? This formula I am writing mg into cos of 0 degrees. It is correct only, na?
Yes, sir.
Which one is the more? Which one is the higher value, no?
It means position.
Yes, at mean position tension is more as compared to the other any positions of the while the bob is making the oscillations. While bob is making the oscillation, more value is having at a mean position, tension is having at mean position, less values is having at the extreme. Will you please tell me at any position the tension is 0? At any position, is there possible? At any position tension is 0? Tension will be 0 at any position. Is it possible?
No, sir.
How can you say no? Cos 90 is equal to 0. That means where can we having the where it will be have? So we will please check this one. If the bob is coming up to this place, that is the angle is equal to 90 degrees. From that place, the tension will be 0. This place is the tension is 0. Are you getting or not? But we are not discussing this much. Already what I told you, the bob will execute a simple harmonic motion when the angle must be slightly smaller value. If you go into the higher value, we cannot discuss. This motion cannot be in the simple harmonic motion. Just I extended this information up to what is happening in the tension. Okay, now. Come to our real continuation topic. Now, what I told you, this tension, the tension which is acting in upward direction is balanced by the weight which is the weight component which is acting into mg cos theta. Mg cos theta is balanced. These two values are balanced. But will you please check this one? One of the weight component which is acting towards to the mean position, it is mg sin theta is not a balanced force. It is acting towards to the mean position. That means that it is here in this place there is no the net force is not balanced. That's why with help of this component of the weight, the bob is trying to move towards to the mean position. With help of this force, the bob is trying to mean position. Will you please check this one? One of the force is acting. It is trying to move the bob in the circular manner. Will you please check this one? See if you want to draw this one means the bob is moving like this, na? Will you please check this one? Like this it is moving, na? See, one of the force is acting on the bob. Then that force is trying to put the object in a circular path. Then we will come across the torque. That force is named as the torque. Now how much torque is acting on the bob is equal to torque tau is equal to how much force is acting on the object into the perpendicular distance between the point of action of force from the fixed position. Now where the object is fixed, so let me take your door. So this is the door, your house door is there. Now let me take, here is the hanger is there. This is the fixed position. Now you are applying the force on the door means this is the force acting position. How much perpendicular distance is? This is the perpendicular distance of the point of action. So let me take, this is the perpendicular distance. Now how much torque can be exist? Torque tau is equal to F into L. We will name it as the torque tau value. Otherwise we will take the FL sin theta is there. If they are the perpendicular distance, then FL will say. So let me take here what is the force acting on the torque is equal to mg sin theta. Force is acting at how much distance they are acting? Perpendicular distance is L. It is the fixed. So L. This is the torque is acting. Now once again I am fixing the direction. See, this is the displacement of the object. This is the length of the object, and the torque tau is equal to. What I need to tell means here is the theta is the angular displacement of the object. Make 1 minute, Amma. Is there any issue? Some of the students is.
No, sir.
1 minute. Some of the student is. No issue. Now see here, this is the angular displacement of the object. So the angular displacement is moving in the anti-clockwise direction. That means tell me I am taking for this position. So the angular displacement is moving in the anti-clockwise direction, but in this case the torque is acting in the clockwise direction. Let me take the torque is acting towards to the mean position. That means every time the angular displacement value and the torque values in the opposite direction. Some students may get a doubt, what about this side? You are discussing this side, no? They may have got the doubt here. Let me take this position also. Torque will acting like this direction, but angular displacement is in this direction. So both are in always in the, every time they are in the opposite in direction. That is the very important. Now please concentrate here. Here negative sign is indicating only the torque tau and angular displacement theta. They are in the opposite in direction. That is the very important. Now you know that one. I already take the some condition. What condition I took? Theta is a very small angle. I already took this one, small angle. Because of for very small angles only, the pendulum will execute the simple harmonic motion. For the larger angles, it won't execute the simple harmonic motion. Why? Is there any condition? Simple harmonic motion condition is there? Yes, what I told you, the motion should be in the straight line. So the motion should be in the straight line means theta must be very small. Then only it will execute the simple harmonic motion. Then take the sin theta table. Sin theta is equal to takes trigonometric table 0 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Now sin 0 is equal to 0, sin 30 is equal to 1 by 2, sin 45 is equal to 1 by root 2. No need these values. Will you please check this one? Sin of 0 is equal to 0. if how much you are taking, same is you are approaching. I already told you we are in the very small angle. That means can I take this one sin theta is equal to theta only. If theta is small, can I take? Okay, then torque tau is equal to minus mgl into theta. This is the formula for the torque tau, how much acting on the object. So this torque is acting on the object. Now compare this equation while the object is moving in the angular. So the object is when the object is moving in the angular displacement, how much torque is acting? General formula is equal to tau is equal to minus k into theta. This is the general formula. So the general formula k is equal to k into theta, where k is named as a spring constant. K is named as a spring constant. So here we can compare this equation, one equation, and you can compare the second equation. Then k is equal to the spring constant is equal to mgl. This is the spring constant of the bob. So spring constant of the simple pendulum. Now will you please look on this one. Now if the object, let me introduce here. See, we already discussed this one. One of the rigid object like this. Let me take in this object one particle only we are discussing. It is moving with a circular motion with a distance of r. The mass of the particle is m. So what is the moment of inertia of this particle about this rotating axis? I is equal to moment of inertia. You forgot, you are not reading at all. So moment of inertia of any object which is rotating of a point of a particular axis means I is equal to m r square. I already told you this one. Hello?
Yes, sir.
M r square is there. So will you please check this one? Here also the simple pendulum is trying to execute in the circular path. Will you please check this one? See, this one, this is moving in the circular path like this. Are you getting or not? It is moving like a. If we complete this one, it will. If we complete this one, it will execute like this, like this circular path. Okay. Let me do like this, It will execute like this, Hello?
Yes, sir.
So that means what is the moment of inertia about this moment of inertia of this bob? Moment of inertia of this bob? What is the radial displacement? What is the distance between the point of rotation axis? Where it is the bob is rotating? How much distance the bob is rotating? The length of the pendulum only, L. What is the mass of the bob? M. What then moment of inertia of the bob is equal to?
M
r square. Here is the ml square. That only. Why you are getting confused? So the moment of inertia of the bob, moment of inertia of the bob is equal to I is equal to ml square is there. In our case, this is the general formula used. In our case, moment of inertia is ml square. So we have the time period of the simple pendulum t is equal to 2 pi into square root of y by a. This is the formula we are having. Y is equal to displacement of the object, a is equal to acceleration of the object. This formula we are having. We have one more formula, so the derivation is not available in your PUC level. So in our higher studies it will get that 2 pi into I by k. This formula also we are having. Here I is equal to moment of inertia of the object, k is equal to spring constant of the object. That is the formula we are having. We are going to use this formula. So now the time period t of the simple pendulum t is equal to 2 pi into square root of tell me the I value m l square divided by tell me the k value m g l. This formula we are having. So m is cancelled, l and 1 l square is cancelled, then t is equal to 2 pi into square root of l by g. This is the formula. Is there any issue? Somebody making the message? No issue, na?
No, sir.
So now this is the formula for the time period of the simple pendulum. Very, very important. Very, very important. So now then in the examination they will ask you how can we practically to find out the with help of this one we can find out if we will let me go to the conclusions. After that I will let me go to the how can you find from this equation. I am telling that here what are the parameters? The t is equal to time period of the pendulum. So of the pendulum where L is equal to length of the pendulum. So where G is equal to acceleration due to gravity at that place. Acceleration due to gravity at that place, where we are performing the experiment, that place, acceleration due to gravity, we will ask. They may ask in your examination how to find out the acceleration due to gravity. How can you find? Then I am rearranging this equation. Let me take a t square is equal to 4 pi square into L by G. Just I squared everything. So the root is cancelled. 2 pi is equal to 4 pi square. Then G is equal to 4 pi square L by T square. This is the formula to find out the acceleration due to gravity. If you know the length of the pendulum, it is the meter scale, you can use meter scale, you can easily find out. Length of the pendulum means point of suspension to center of gravity of the suspended bob. So T means the time period of the pendulum. Time period means how can you find the time period? You can use them with your stopwatch. With help of this stopwatch. What is the time period? Time period means it is the time taken to complete the one oscillation. One oscillation means from its mean position. So if you drag the bob from each here means it should go to other side and it should come to the same position. How much time is taken? That is the time period of the bob. With help of your stopwatch or your wristwatch, you can easily find out the time period of the pendulum. You know the L value, you know the T value. Just you substitute in this equation, you can easily find out the time period of the pendulum. Now one more equation we are moving towards to another one. So this is the time period of the pendulum. Now let me move on to the another one. So you please check this one. Here first formula I am taking T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G formula I am taking. So if we square this one, T square is equal. This is the substitution value. If you know the T value, if you know the L value, just to substitute you can find. Now I am trying to get the value in the graphical manner. And while taking the graphs also, how can you take? Then 4 pi square into L divided by G. So at a given place, G is always the constant. It won't change. You are doing the experiment in your laboratory means today and the day after tomorrow it won't change. It is a constant value. Then G value is the constant. I can take like this 4 pi square divided by G. I am taking this as a constant term into L is equal to T square. Now we will please check this one. So for your easy understand these parameter I am taking as a simple component. Let me take this the y. So this is the some constant is equal to m. This is the length. Length is the different value is there. Let me take this the x. This value is equal to x. This value is equal to m. So what we need to do? we need to do the performance of the experiment by varying the different length of the pendulum. That means take the pendulum length at starting stage is equal to 20 centimeters. Find out the t value. 20 centimeters means L1 T1 value. Increase the length 30 centimeters. That is the L2 and find out the time period of the T2. Like that you need to increase that length. L3 you need to find out the T3 value, like this L4 you need to increase the T4 value, like that you need to find out the value. Then you need to square this value, T1 square, T2 square, T3 square and T4 square, you need to square the values. Then you need to draw a graph with help of these values. Then how the graph will come? If you plot a graph by taking the t square value on the y-axis and the L value on the x-axis, how the graph will come? Yes, it is the y is equal to mx. Y is mx means it is the straight line which is passing through the origin, like this. So you know the you know the L1 value. It is the like take this one. This is the 20 centimeters. So some T1 values, t square value you know. So it is the 30 centimeters. Some of the value you know. It is the 40 centimeters. Some of the value you know. Like this, everything you know in this graph. So with help of this graph, if you want to find out the slope of the graph, will you please check the slope of the graph? Y is equal to mx. This is equal to y is equal to mx. In this one, m is equal to slope of the graph. M here is equal to slope of the graph. Slope of the graph. So in this equation, what is the slope of the graph?
Y by X.
No. Yes. What you told, that is correct only. The slope of the graph m is equal to dy by dx only. But as per your formula, what is this value? We are performing this. We drawn this graph with a simple pendulum. So where the m value is here? 4 pi square divided by g. G. That means if you find the slope of the graph, that means you know the this. Let me take this is the y2 value. Let me take this is the y1 value. For this one, you know the x2 value. For this one, you know the x1 value. Y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. You will get the slope. If we know the slope from the graph, that is equal to m. It is measured with the slope. So then it is calculated with the graph. Then this is equal to 4 pi square by g. This is known value from the graph. Then how can you find the g value? Just cross multiply this one. Then g is equal to 4 pi square divided by slope. This is nothing but slope of the graph. Then you can easily find out the acceleration due to gravity in the graphical manner, with help of the graph. So this is the graph method, and also here is the direct method. Here is the direct method. So for each and every length, for L1 length G1 you need to find. For L2 length G1 you need to find. L2 length for L2, L3, G1 G value you need to find out. For all values you need to find out the g values, like that. The two values must be coincide each other. What are the average g value on the earth? Average g value on the earth 9.8 meter per second square. You need to get the value, near value of this one. This is the how can you find out the acceleration due to gravity with help of the simple pendulum. Up to now, what we discussed, that is the way, that is the descriptive manner. They may go for some small extension. So take the formula t is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by g. This formula only I will take several times. So will you please check this one? We used one thread and also we used an heavy point size object, metallic bob. That bob is having the mass m. And also here I am taking, let me take one more bob is there like this. Let me take, this is the 20 gram of bob. Let me take, this is the 50 gram of bob. So if these lengths are same, L1 is equal to these lengths are so L2, L1 is L2, L1 both are same. Then if we perform the experiment, the time period of the two bobs are same according to this formula, or the time periods are different for the two different bobs because of they are in the two different masses. Is they are same or they are different? My question is clear or not? So I took the two different weights of the bobs, which is having the same pendulum length, same simple pendulum length. The length of the pendulums must be same. If I perform the experiment with help of the two different bobs, whether the time period must be same or it may be different. That is my question.
Same, sir.
Same. Why you are saying? Why? So see here in this formula there is no any mass term in this formula. There is no effect of the mass. If you hang the mass 20 kilogram, 30 kilogram, otherwise you only sit on the thread, they won't affect. The time period will not be affect. Time period is the independent of the mass of the bob. That is the very important. Now we are getting some conclusions from this equation. What are the conclusion? First conclusion is the time period is independent of mass of the bob. That means you can take any type of mass, 2 kilograms, 20 grams, 30 grams, 50 grams, that is independent. You feel that when you are reaching the lab, your friend is took some big size bob, you have the only small size bob. You feel that our experiments will go into the wrong. Don't take like this, because the formula will not affect on the size of the bob and also mass of the bob. It won't affect. It is the same. For it will depends on. Now we are taking the second condition, second conclusion. Will you please check this one? So from this equation, can I write T is directly proportional to the root N?
Yes, sir.
Yes, that means what is it saying? If the length is more, the time period of the pendulum must be increases. That means can I take like this? The time period is directly proportional to the square root of the length of the pendulum. Is it correct, Olena?
Yes, sir.
So that means what I am saying means, if you increase the length of the pendulum, then the time period of the pendulum must be increases. That is the second one. Now you are doing the experiment in your laboratory. Now you plan that the same experiment is going to perform in your house also. Then your laboratory place G value 1 value will have. Your house place also G value will be different value will have. So then the time period is the same and the time period is the different. Now my question is, one more time I am repeating. So if the different G values are getting, at the different G values, the time period of the pendulum is same or different?
Different.
How? Why? What is the problem? So the time period is directly inversely proportional to the square root of the acceleration due to gravity. So if G value is decreasing, then time period will be increases. If the G value is increasing, then the time period will be decreases. That is the effect of the acceleration due to gravity. That means in the different places different G values are there. That's why the time period will be definitely changes, even though the same length of the pendulum we are taking. That is the important. Now let me get the small conclusions here from this one. So we are moving towards to the advanced topic. Please up to now you did not follow the notes also, no problem, but from now onwards you need to write each and every point. That is a very important point. So we are moving towards to the advanced topic. Now first case I am taking. So if the bob is making some length, now I am taking the length of the bob is some L value. One of the experiment is making, they are planning to do the bob which is having the length of the pendulum is more than the radius of our earth. In that case, what is the time period of the pendulum? So let me repeat the once again. The pendulum length is the more than to the radius of our earth. Then that case I can write like this. The length of the pendulum is very greater than to the radius of our earth. In that case, what is the time period value? So it is a special case of that one. So in this case, what is our goal means? Let me take the formula. T T is equal to 2 pi. General formula I am taking, after that I will modify. 2 pi divided by L by G is there. From this one, can I rewrite like this formula? 1 by 2 pi into 1 divided by G into, G into 1 by L I can write. Will you please check this one? No change in this one. It is the denominator by denominator. It will come to the same position only. Are you getting that? So, but what is the problem? Here is the affecting parameter is the length. The affecting parameter is the length. Length is comparably very large as compared to the radius of the earth. In that case, what will happen means we need to take one formula. So, which is having the in this case we need to take the 1 by L dash. 1 by, instead of L we need to substitute 1 by L dash, where 1 by L plus 1 by Re. So where the affecting length, we need to take the effective length of the pendulum. Instead of L we need to use effective length of the pendulum. So that value is equal to 1 by L dash we need to use. So let me write this one. If length of the pendulum is large, so then T is equal to 2 pi into square root of 1 by G into 1 by L of effective length of the pendulum. Effective length of the pendulum we need to. This one is the effective length of the pendulum. Then can I write this value in this equation? So just I am substituting in this equation. What we will get? Let me take this one. Then the T is equal to 2 pi into square root of 1 divided by G into, instead of 1 by L plus 1 by Re. We can take like this. So now I am planning to take 1 by Re time outside. I am planning to take 1 by Re time is outside, then divided by 1 by G into 1 by Re I took outside. Here 1 by Re is available, then I will put it is the positive plus 1. Here 1 by Re I am taking, here nothing is there 1 by Re. 1 Re time will come, Re by L you will get, like this will get. So from this one I can say that it is the denominator by denominator, so it will come to the numerator position. Then 2 pi into square root of Re divided by G into 1 as Re divided by L I am taking. This is the case where we need to use the time period of the pendulum, where the pendulum length is greater than to the length of the greater than to the radius of the earth. This formula we need to use if the pendulum length is greater than to the radius of the earth. But one thing you need to concentrate in this equation. What is the this formula can be applicable for the where the length of the pendulum is greater than to the radius of the earth. Now I am sending Re this side. So L by Re is equal to greater than into 1, because of just I am dividing this equation Re here. So then you will get the 1 here. Are you getting same only na?
Yes.
So from this equation can I write like this? Re by L is equal to lesser than to the 1. Can I take just I inverted everything? I inverted.
Yes, sir.
Correct only na?
Yes, sir.
Hello. Is it correct or wrong? Tell me.
Correct, sir.
Correct only na? Correct only. That means what I am telling that. So if Re by L is the very lesser than to the 1 means it is nearly is equal to 0. We can put like the 0. A very small value. We are getting very small value. So I already told you, see, L is very greater than to Re. It is the large value, it is the small value. So large, you see, you know that one small value, sorry, see something I written wrong. Did I did this? Yes, correct only. Large, na? This is yes. The small value divided by large value which equal to, they will get the very small value. Very small value. Are you getting na? Very small value means so that means it is a 0. So in this formula, can I eliminate this formula?
Yes, sir.
eliminate, then can I write like this formula? So for the large values, the formula can be rewritten as then time period of the pendulum t is equal to 2 pi into square root of Re divided by G into 1 only, 1 plus 0, 1 only, that is equal to 2 pi into square root of Re by G. Now they may ask in your examination, they may ask, how may they ask means, if the length of the pendulum is very greater than to the radius of the earth, what is the time period of the pendulum? They may ask like this. So you should know the standard values. The radius of the earth is equal to 64,000 kilometers, 6,400 kilometers. That is nothing but 6.4 into 10 to the power of 6 meters. This is the value. So you know that the acceleration due to gravity, average acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. This value you know, this value you know. Can you substitute the values? You will get the time period of the pendulum. So then t is equal to 2 pi into square root of 6.4 into 10 to the power of 6 meters divided by 9.8 meter per second square you will get. If you do calculation, you will get the value is equal to 84.6 minutes you will get. This is the value for the time period of the pendulum, where the pendulum length is larger than as compared to the length of the radius of the earth. This is the standard value, because of it won't change. Even though you are taking the heavy pendulum also, this value will not be changed. This value is the pendulum. So let me take in the box type then 84.6 minutes. Where this value L is very greater than to the Re. That case, this is the pendulum. Now if the pendulum length is as compared to the exactly the radius of the earth, what is the time period of the pendulum? Then the case 2 is I am taking if length of the pendulum is exactly radius of the earth. I told you if L is very greater than to the Re only, that case only Re by L can be eliminated. But I did not told you L is equal to Re. We cannot eliminate that one, because of L by Re is equal to 1 you will get. We cannot eliminate the term. So take the formula. What we get? T is equal to 2 pi into square root of Re divided by G into 1 plus Re divided by L. This formula you need to take once again. What is the condition they are telling? L is equal to Re. Put that value. L is equal to Re means both is equal to 1 by 1. So both is equal to same, that you will get the 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That is equal to 2 pi into square root of Re by 2G. 2G. So that means what we get? That means if you substitute the Re value, if you substitute the G value, then you will get the time period of the pendulum whose the length of the pendulum is exactly equal to the radius of the earth. That value is equal to, just you need to substitute the values. So where Re is equal to, what is the value Re? So Re is equal to 6.4 into 10 to the power of 6 meters and G is equal to 2 into G is equal to 9.8 meter per second square. Just you substitute the values, you will get the one of the value. The time period of the pendulum is 60 minutes. That is 1 hour. So 60 minutes you will get. So this value is equal to this is the time period of the pendulum where the length of the pendulum is exactly equal to the radius of the earth. This is the one of the important case for this one. Now, will you please look on this one? I told you, t square E is equal to, just I am taking fundamental formula once again. T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G I took. So if we take t square is equal to 4 pi square, G into L, we got this one. Now, if you draw the graph between t square and L means you will get the straight line graph only, but I am not going to draw that like that. I want to draw the graph between the t and root L only. T and L only. I am not squaring this one. I am drawing the t and L itself. How it will come? Let me check the, sorry. Are you getting or not? So what I am doing means I am making a graph by taking the L in the x-axis, L in the x-axis or t in the y-axis. In the previous case we took t square, not t. So in this case it is not a linear. It is not a linear one. It is the square root of L we got. So the graph will look like this. Like slightly bending curve will come like this. The graph will be going like this. The graph will come. So slightly bending. It is going like slightly bending. It is moving with slightly bending curve. So this is the perfect graph. Now, this is the graph for L T, which is the graph is drawn between the time period T and length of the pendulum. If we draw the graph for T square as well as the L, how it will come?
Straight line.
Yes, it will come the straight line. Like this, they are coming the straight line. See, at a one place, the two graphs are intersecting each other. They are intersecting at each other. So that means in this place, the t square is equal to t is coming. So at the point of intersection, now my question is at point of intersection. So there t square is becoming to the t. They are both are same. So that means where the t square is equal to t, at what is the time period? What is the time period of the pendulum? When can be these two values will be equal? Take any value. Guess any value. For what value this equation can be true? This will be true. Yes, very good. This will be true only for t is equal to 1. Then t is equal to 1 only, this will be 2. 1 square is equal to 1 only. If you take 2 square is equal to 2, 4 is equal to 2 will come. It won't be equal. So then my question is they may ask in your examination, for what length value the t square value must be equal to the t. They may ask the question. So they given the t is equal to 1 second. For 1 second, what is the length of the pendulum? The length of the pendulum. So the length of the pendulum means take the fundamental formula t is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. From this equation they are asking the L. So the t square is equal to 4 pi square G into L. From this equation L is equal to t square into G divided by 4 pi square. That is the formula L value. Will you please check this one? So then how can we take this? They are already telling that the t value is equal to 1. Substitute all values. L is equal to 1 square into G is equal to 9.8. Then 4 into pi is equal to 3.14 whole square. If you do this value, you will get the value of 25 centimeter. You will get the 25 centimeter. That means what I am saying. So if the pendulum having the length of the pendulum is 25 centimeter, then the time period of the pendulum is 1 second. 1 second. The time period of the pendulum is 1 second. Please note it down. So the 1 second pendulum is not a seconds pendulum. Please note this one. So please note here one more time I am taking the 1 second time period pendulum. 1 second time period pendulum is not a is not a seconds pendulum. Seconds pendulum. So now we are going to move on to the what does it mean? A seconds pendulum. It is the 1 mark question, important question. They will ask the seconds pendulum. Seconds pendulum. So 1 mark question, important one. The seconds pendulum is nothing but the pendulum whose time period will be equal to the 2 seconds. That pendulum is named as the seconds pendulum. It is a very small single line definition only. It is the pendulum whose time period is 1 second. It is a pendulum for whose time period is 2 seconds. Here is the, don't get confusion. Most of the students, they will put in the wrong answer. So let me tell you, if they are not read at least one time, they will put in the wrong answer. Here is the seconds pendulum is there, here is the 1 second is there. They will feel that these are the same correct only, but seconds pendulum time period is the 2 seconds. That is the very, very important. Now they may ask the question, what is the length of the seconds pendulum? Length of the seconds pendulum. Again we need to move on to the standard formula. T is equal to 2 pi square root of L by G. Already they given time period of the pendulum is 2 seconds. Then let me square of this one, that is equal to square 4 pi square L by G. Then our goal is to find out the length of the pendulum. L is equal to T square G divided by 4 pi square. Now what they are asking? They are asking T is equal to 2 seconds at L is equal to question mark. Then put the values. T is equal to 2 second means 4 into 9.8 into divided by 4 into 3.14. 3.14 we will get. Then if you substitute the all values, square is there, na? I forgot to write square. So if you substitute all values, you will get the near value 1 meter. Near value 1 meter. What does it mean, sir? For the second pendulum, the length of the pendulum is 1 meter or 100 centimeters. It is the very, very important. They will ask frequently in your general and normal examination. So it is the very direct question. They may ask the direct question. The length of the second pendulum is 100 centimeters or 1 meter. That is the one. So the definition of the second pendulum is the time period of the pendulum is 2 seconds. That is the important. Now we are moving on to the too much advanced level. We are moving too much advanced level. Let me move on one by one. So let me move on to the advanced level. Now we are moving to advanced level. From this one, these advanced topic will come into the most of the NEET and most of the MSET and also higher level standard examination only they will ask. So everything we are moving on the simple pendulum only. Now let me start with the standard formula. So take the first problem. The T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G is there. L by G is there. Now from this one, what I am telling it about the G value, about the the variation of T with G. Let me take the variation of G, variation of T with G. So how it will be vary? So G will vary, you know that one. Let me take, it is the earth surface. Let me take, it is the earth surface. Now you know that one, G value is equal to 9.8 meter per second. So if we move on to the below the earth surface, if you are going to the below the earth surface means the G value will be decreases. Arrow mark indicating decreases. If you are moving the above the earth surface, the G value will be G value will be decreases. Again it will be decreases. That means you are performing the time, you are measuring the time period of the pendulum pendulum without changing the L value. Without changing the L value. L is a fixed. L is the fixed. You are moving to the below the earth level. Then you feel that the time period of the pendulum will be, here the G value is decreasing. If the G value is decreasing, time period will be increases. The time period will be increases. Then if you move on to the below the earth surface, if you are moving on to the above the earth surface, the time period of the pendulum will be increases. That is the first conclusion of the about the G value. That is the very important. Are you getting or not? Hello.
Yes, sir.
So that is the very important. Let me move on to the another one. Let me move on to the another one. So if we take the second point, so what can we take means you already very familiar. If the satellite is moving around the earth means the acceleration due to gravity in the satellite is 0. So in the satellite G value will be 0. Now my question is so what is the time period of the pendulum in the satellite? So tell me the time period of the pendulum in the satellite. Take the fundamental formula, T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G. Put the G value is equal to 0. 2 pi into square root of L by 0, it will get the infinity. It is telling that the time period of the pendulum is infinity. What does it mean?
Undefined.
No. It is not undefined. It is telling that correct. It is telling that correct explanation only. So what is happening in this one? Let me check. See what I told you. If nothing is there, there is no acceleration due to gravity. G is not there. Let me take this is the pendulum. It is the bob which is at the mean position. In the satellite, we drag this pendulum with a certain distance. That pendulum will be stay itself for a long time. It won't come to the mean position at any time. So it is never come to the mean position. So it will stay itself that place only. It won't re-back to its initial position. That means if you are measuring the time period, even it is the infinite time also, it won't come back. Because of what is the problem here? What is the problem here? Nothing is there. G is not there here. G is not there means no pulling force in this direction. Never pulling means the body will move that place. Somebody pulls the body to move the mean position. The pulling force is not there. Body will stay itself for a long time. Even you are taking the 100 years also, the body will stay it's that place only. It won't never back to its mean position. Are you getting or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So we'll check once again the starting diagram. Let me check the diagram. Check this one. Here mg sin theta component is pushing the body to move towards the mean position. Are you getting or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So that means, but in our satellite, that G value is not there. That G value is not there means the body will stay it's that place only for a long time. Even you are measuring the time period is going on, but the body will not be come to its mean position. It will stay completely at that place only. So that is the second important. That means, what does that mean? It means that the pendulum will not make the oscillations. Pendulum will not make the oscillations. This is the very important in the satellite. In the satellite we are discussing this one. Now we are move on to the another case. We are kept the pendulum in our hand, and also we are playing the games in the lift, where the lift is moving. Pendulum in the lift. Let me take second case, pendulum in the lift. So we are taking the lift, we are taking the pendulum in the lift. So let me take, this is the one lift is there, let me take in this pendulum, we are having the one simple pendulum. Let me take the first case, if the lift is moving in upward direction. If the lift is moving upward direction, so with a constant acceleration a, this is the first case I am taking with a constant acceleration a. I already told you, I hope I did not discuss this topic in the kinematics. Some other faculty may discuss this one. So if the lift is moving in upward direction, the effective acceleration of the body will add or it decreases. It will increase or decreases?
Increases.
Increases. Then let me take the acceleration of the gravity at this place is g. Then g effective value is equal to acceleration due to gravity plus acceleration of the lift. When the lift is moving upward direction, it is moving upward direction. So if the lift is moving downward direction, second case I am taking g effective value is equal to g minus a. G minus A. In third case I am taking, if the lift is cut its thread and the lift is freely falling, so nobody hold this lift. It is a completely break out its threads. All threads are break out, and the lift is completely freely falling. So that means the freely falling body acceleration is equal to A is equal to G will become. Then G effective value is equal to G minus G only, that is equal to acceleration due to gravity. All freely falling bodies is 0. Then this case the time period of the pendulum can be written as t is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G. This formula we are using. The pendulum length is not changing. This is the constant. We are changing the G value. G value is changing. That means check this one. For each and every case we need to use the formula 2 pi into square root of L divided by G effective value. As per the lift diagram, we need to use this one. It is a moving upward direction we need to use. It is a moving downward direction we need to use. It is a freely falling we need to use. Now this one, let me get the conclusion from this one. So I am comparing these two only. So in which case the time period of the pendulum, in which case we will feel that the pendulum is moving very slowly. Are you getting or not?
While the lift is moving at the same.
While the lift is moving upward direction?
Yes, sir.
Let me check. So let me write here the two formulas. So lift is moving upward. So here this case lift is moving downward. So this formula is t is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G plus A. So with A constant acceleration. So this formula is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G minus A. Now you told that while the lift is moving upward direction, the time period of the pendulum is, the time period feel that it will move very slowly. My question is, let me write my question. In which case we feel that the pendulum is moving slowly. This is the question. Slowly it is moving. So now my question is this one. Now check this one. So if the G plus E is a greater value as compared to the G minus A, that means it is a more value, then it will be less value. Are you getting it? Less value. So what does it mean, time period? Time period is nothing but it is the time taken to complete the one oscillation. So here it is a less value, it is a more value. So that means to to complete the one oscillation. It is the complete the one oscillation. Here the time period is the 1 second is. In this case, what is we need to get? The time period will get more than 1 second. You need to get more than 1 second. In which case you will get the more than 1 second. It must be more than 1 second. In which case the pendulum is moving slowly. Yet to complete the one oscillation, it need more than 1 second. Here the pendulum is needed only 1 second. In which case the pendulum is appearing moving slowly.
It is moving
Downward direction. While downward direction. See ma, this is the same path only. You completed within 1 second only you completed. Your friend is taken more than 1 second means you feel that your friend is a very slow walk person. He is not at all having lazy person. You told like this. You are coming lazy to mess. You are not walking perfectly. You told. In the same manner, if pendulum also taking the more time to complete the same oscillation, that means this is the slower. We will feel that the pendulum is moving slower when the lift is moving downward direction. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So time period is more. Then the time period is more means pendulum will move slowly, taking more time. Lazy person only will take the more time. The active person will take the less time. Active person means he will complete the work within a time, short time. So that means more time is there. More faster the pendulum will complete. More time is there means lazy person. Less time is there, very free. It is moving very fastly. Pendulum is moving very fastly. They may ask in your examination. These are the exam point of view questions only. Don't take unnecessary topic we are dealing. Each and every point is a very very important. Now we are moving to the another one. So let me take one more. If the pendulum is a moving vehicle, third case, if the pendulum is in moving car, anything, we can take car or vehicle, any general case we are taking. So that means what is happening? See, this is the pendulum we are taking. The car is moving with a certain acceleration. Take the acceleration of the car is A. So I already told you. So the pendulum, see what is happening here. So the acceleration due to gravity will act in downward direction. This is the G direction. This is the acceleration of the car direction. Then the two vectors are acting at a 90 degrees angle. The resultant vector will be acting between them. This is the resultant vector direction. So this is the resultant vector direction. This is the resultant vector direction. Then what is the resultant vector direction of? If the two vectors are acting parallelogram law formula, you can use A and B are making certain angle. The R is equal to square root of A square plus B square plus 2AB cos theta. This formula you need to use. So here is the angle between the two vectors are 90 degrees. Then the effective acceleration is equal to G effective is equal to square root of car acceleration A square, acceleration due to gravity G square plus 2AG cos 90 is there. Cos 90 value will become 0. No need to write that term. So this value is equal to G effective. Then what is the time period of the pendulum? Put I already told you which parameter is varying. That parameter we need to take the effective value. Then the time period of the pendulum 2 pi into square root of L divided by G effective value we need to take. From this one 2 pi is equal to square root of L divided by square root of A square plus G square. A square plus G square. Here is the two roots are there. Don't confuse here. Don't confuse here. This is the formula for the time period of it. Now, please concentrate here. If the car is moving, the pendulum here, the one of the important observation you need to take. While the car is, if the two vectors are acting at a time, the body will move towards to the resultant vector direction. Are you getting or not? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Let me take for your easy understand. Here I need to point out one small point. So here is the here the one force is acting 4 newtons, another force is acting with 5 newtons. The body will move along the resultant direction only. This is the resultant direction. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
This is the resultant direction. That means in the same manner, see the car is moving with acceleration A. The acceleration of the due to gravity is acting G. The body will come to the rest. And which direction? The resultant direction. In this direction, the pendulum will come to the rest. That means what I am saying. In the normal case, pendulum is at mean position is vertically. The vertical direction is there, but when the car is moving, the pendulum will not be come to the rest at vertical direction. It will have the sum of the angle. It will have the some angle to the vertical direction. Are you getting or not? Let me. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
So
sir.
how much angle the body will come with the vertical direction? Let me take that angle is equal to theta. This is also frequently they are asking only in the competitive exam. So theta, let me take it. The theta is the angle which is made by the pendulum from the vertical angle theta. From this one, tell me the theta value. Can I take the tan theta here? In the trigonometric formula, tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Is it correct only, na? Opposite side by adjacent side. Tan theta. Tell me, tan theta is equal to opposite side which value? This value is equal to A. Adjacent side which value? This value is equal to G. Then angle of pendulum where the pendulum is coming to the rest is equal to theta is equal to tan inverse of A by G. This is the very important formula. They are asking frequently in our exams, in competitive exams. What I am telling that once again I am repeating. If the car is not moving, the pendulum will be come to the mean position. The mean position is exactly vertical line. But if the car is under the constant acceleration, the mean position is not the vertical line. It is having the sum of the angle with the vertical line. That angle theta is equal to tan inverse of A by G. Are you getting or not? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So it is a very important. Now we are moving. Sorry. I diagrammatic representation. I did some wrong. I did some wrong. Let me correct itself. So nobody informed me. Let me what I did mistake. Let me correct it. See, if the car is moving like this direction means due to the moment of inertia, the pendulum will move in opposite direction. Hello. According to the Newton first law, all bodies will stay in its previous position only until some external force act on this one. So while the car is moving, in this direction means in opposite direction the body will move, tries to move. That means if you are stood on the moving rest position vehicle, suddenly the vehicle is started, you will fall down in backward direction because of moment of inertia only.
Yes, sir.
So that the case means if the car is moving in this direction, the pendulum will move into the opposite direction. The pendulum will come to the rest in opposite direction. Opposite direction only the pendulum will come. So this value we need to take the tan theta, the pendulum direction. I did wrong here. Let me correct that one. So the position of the pendulum here. Here. So it is the motion of the car. So the position of the pendulum will be in this direction. This direction is the position of the car. It is the A only. This is the same acceleration, opposite side I taken. Theta only. Same formula I need to take. But the body is coming to the rest position in the opposite direction. This direction. Let me write here. Let me write that pointer. The direction of the pendulum is exactly opposite direction to the motion of the car. The direction of the pendulum is exactly opposite to the motion of the car. Motion of the car. That is a very very important point. Don't get any confusion. So the pendulum will come to the opposite direction, and the mean position of the pendulum will come to the opposite direction of the car, motion of the car. Now we are moving to the another case. If the pendulum is in the fluid, in which one? Which important case we are discussing? Roman number case. Fourth case. Okay. If the pendulum is in fluid, what will happen about the time period of the pendulum? Let me take Archimedes principle once again. So if one body is completely immersed in the fluid, what is the apparent weight of the body? W apparent weight of the body is equal to actual weight of the body into 1 minus density of the liquid divided by density of the will you please density of the substance. This formula only we discussed in the previous case. I hope this is only apparent weight of the body. So that means let me take, this is the density of the substance, this is the density of the liquid. Let me take, in this case only we are taking. So if we take the acceleration due to gravity, so let me take W is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Now I am writing all terms in the acceleration. So mass of the object, mass of the substance into here apparent weight is nothing but effective acceleration. Effective acceleration is equal to here actual weight is there. Actual weight is mass into G, actual G, minus density of the liquid divided by density of the substance we need to know. So can I take the only effective acceleration when the body is in the liquid? So what will happen? Effective acceleration, m is cancelled. Then G effective value is equal to G actual value is equal to G only minus rho L divided by rho S is there, where rho L is equal to density of the liquid. That is a very very important, density of the liquid. So where rho S is equal to density of the substance or object, density of the substance or object, density of the object or substance. So from this one, what I am telling, we kept the pendulum in a fluid. We kept the pendulum in the fluid. That means that completely the vessel is there. In this one, we kept one pendulum. We made the pendulum to make the oscillation. In this one, the pendulum is making the oscillation. This is the completely fluid. So the density of the fluid is the rho L. Density of the liquid is rho L. The density of the substance is equal to rho S. It is the Bob density. So rho S. Then what is the time period of the pendulum? Time period T is equal to 2 pi into length is not changes. Then G effective we need to use here. G is varying. Then time period of the pendulum is equal to 2 pi into square root of L divided by G effective value. What is the value? G into 1 minus rho L density of the liquid divided by density of the bob. This formula you need to use when the pendulum is in a fluid. So this is also one special case only. Now once again I am asking the generalized question. If two same identical pendulums are kept, one in the vessel which is containing the some density of the fluid, one is kept to the outside of the air, then they are making the oscillation. Which pendulum will appear? They are moving very slowly.
In water.
In water or fluid, you are telling that fluid pendulum it is moving very slowly.
In air, sir.
Air.
Outside the water.
No. Once again, it is the outside. Tell me, outside is the air. Any liquid. It is any liquid. Any liquid. So my question is, which pendulum will appear? It is moving very slowly.
Pendulum in liquid, sir.
Yes, a pendulum in liquid only. So will you please check this one? This formula is equal to T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G. So here will you please look on this one? This G value is decreasing. In the liquid, G value is decreasing. When the G value is decreasing, time period will increase. Well, the time period is increasing means the pendulum is moving very slowly to complete the oscillation. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So that is the case. That is the case we need to know. Now we are moving to the another one, another special case. Let me take what is the Roman number?
5.
5. Let me take the Roman number 5. So effect of temperature. Effect of temperature. What will happen if the temperature is increased or decreased? For this one, for this purpose, we need to take the special case. This case is applicable. This case is applicable only for the pendulums. For the pendulums. If the pendulums string, if the pendulum strings are made with metallic wire, then only this case can be applicable. Otherwise we cannot use this case. That means the length, the thread is there now. The thread is not a real thread. It is a metallic wire. That case only this formula can be applicable. Otherwise this formula will not be come to the picture. So you already know this one. If the wire is there, if we increase the temperature, then the length will be increased. Are you getting or not?
Yes, sir.
So what is the length increment? Which formula is there? L dash is equal to, tell me, we already completed this syllabus. Linear coefficient of expansion, linear expansion of the object. L dash is equal to L into 1 plus alpha into T.
Alpha into T.
And T means delta T only. Delta T. Okay, now here is the delta T is the change in temperature. Change in temperature. So this value is varying. That means we are performing the experiment at the same place. We are changing the temperature of the room. So we are changing at initial time the room temperature is 30. At some time the room temperature is the 40. Like that we are doing. So that means that the time period will definitely change. The time T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L effective divided by G. G is not changing. L is changing. Then which formula we need to use? Then the new formula, then the T dash formula is equal to, so then the T dash, the new temperature, new time period T dash is equal to 2 pi into square root of L dash value we need to use. That value is equal to L into 1 plus alpha into T. Here alpha is equal to linear coefficient of expansion. Are you getting? No need to write that small value, sir. So that is equal to T value. Now T value, T is equal to, previous value T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G only. Take the ratio between the T dash and T. T dash by T is equal to 2 pi is cancelled. Root G is cancelled. L is cancelled. Then you will remember only, we will get 1 plus alpha T only you will get. Well, alpha delta T you will get. Alpha delta T will get. So you have the binomial expansion 1 plus x whole to the power n can be written as 1 plus nx only for the lower order powers. This formula you already know this one. From this one 1 plus alpha into delta T whole to the power of 1 by 2 can be written as 1 plus 1 by 2 alpha into delta T we can write. So this is the formula we are having. T by 2 minus T. Send this one this side. Send this one this side. What will happen? Let me check. So T dash by T minus 1 is equal to 1 by 2 alpha into delta T. From this one, that is equal to T dash by T is equal to T is equal to, you will get only 1 by 2 alpha into delta T. This is the very very important one. They are asking frequently in any different types of competitive exams. Let me check what is this one. It is the temperature. It is the time period of the pendulum while rising the temperature. It is the time period of the pendulum before increasing the temperature. So that means, can I write like this? Change in time period. Change in time period. This formula I am writing in words. Divided by initial time period. Initial time period is equal to 1 by 2 into coefficient of linear expansion. Coefficient of linear expansion, linear expansion into rising temperature or change in temperature. I will let only change in temperature. Change in temperature. They will ask in your examination. They are asking this value. What is the change in time period? They will asking. They are asking change in time period means send this initial time period this side. They will give the alpha value. They will give the rise in temperature value. You need to substitute the all values. You will get the how much change in temperature in the time pendulum. You will get easily that value. Let me move on to the another topic. So the same continuation topic only. What is the Roman number? Will you please tell me Roman number? Sixth Roman number. Now we are in the sixth Roman number. So if the pendulum is charged and it is kept in electric field. This is the case we are discussing. In this case, what will happen? We need to learn one by one. So that means the pendulum is not a neutral charged pendulum. It is a metallic pendulum. Even though on the surface of the pendulum some charge is there. That is the important one. Let me take the first case. Now this is the pendulum here. This is the pendulum here. So when the pendulum is making the oscillation, let me take on the pendulum is a positive charge is there. In the first case, charge is positive. Then the field is acting in upward direction. Field is acting in upward direction. This is the first case we are taking. So that means on this pendulum some charge is there. That charge is Q. Q is the charge is there. The field is acting in upward direction. Like this, the field is acting in upward direction. So it is nothing but some of the buoyant force is pulling the body in upward direction. So that means I hope you come across this formula. If Q charge is there in the electric field of E, then the force on the charge is F is equal to QE. This formula is very very important. If you come across this formula any place, up to now, did you get this formula? No. No. Okay. Please keep it in our mind. This is the force which is acting on the charge which is in the electric field. So this is due to the electric field E, the force which is acting on the positive charge Q is equal to F is equal to QE. That is the formula for the force which is acting. So due to this one, how much force will act in? If the field is acting in upward direction, the charge is the positive charge. Then the force will act in upward direction, that is equal to QE force will act. But generally we are in the earth surface. The earth surface also they will have the force that is equal to mg. Weight of the body will act in the mg. It is looking like a buoyancy force like formula. One force is acting in upward direction, one force is acting downward direction. Otherwise, you feel that it is some of the force is pushing upward direction. Then the resultant force is equal to, can we take F net is equal to the downward force mg minus upward force qg. So why I am taking downward force only first place means downward force is the maximum. So if downward force is not higher value, the pendulum will not be make the oscillations, because of if this force is a higher value means the bob will go to the upward direction, it won't come to the downward direction. Are you getting that?
Yes, sir.
So that's why I am taking here the net force is equal to mg minus qg. So force is equal to m into g. So force is nothing but weight only. So net means I am taking the G effective is equal to mg minus QE formula. Again G effective is equal to, I am sending m this side, G value minus QU divided by G value. Sorry. G, I read something mistake. M value. So then this is the G effective value. Now use the time period formula. Time period is, we can use the time period 2 is equal to 2 pi is equal to L by G effective. If G effective, G is varying, then you need to formula G is equal to square root of L by what is the formula? G effective formula? Tell me please. G minus QE divided by M. This is the formula you need to use when the charge is when the bob is having positive charge and E is acting in upward direction. Now this case if the same case but charge is a negative charge, same but charge is negative, but the charge is negative. I already told you F is equal to QE, force is acting on the bob is equal to QE. If the negative charge is there, F is equal to minus QE will come. In the above diagram, see in the above diagram what you use like this. The field is in upward direction, but the charge is here, the negative charge is there. That means the force which is acting will act in downward direction. It will act in downward direction. Minus QUE acting. Again the weight is acting. How much? mg is acting. So that means we need to add together. They are acting. The resultant force is equal to F net is equal to mg plus QE. Both are acting in the same direction. So I used here negative term to show that the direction of force is acting downward direction. So both are acting downward direction. Then the same formula will come. The time period of the pendulum 2 pi into square root of tell me the same formula but positive side.
Yes,
So G plus QE divided by M. This is the formula for negative charge. E is acting something upward direction. Correct only. E is acting upward direction. This is the positive charge. This formula is the positive charge. E is acting upward direction. This is the formula for the positive charge. E is acting upward. Now the same case I am moving. If the field is acting downward direction. Second case. In this one, second case. If the field is acting downward direction, that is the case we are taking. Downward. So if the field is acting downward direction means so the same diagram we need to take. Now I am taking positive charge only. Positive charge. So how can we take this one? Positive charge we are taking. Field is acting downward direction. So let me take this diagram. So this is the bob. on this bar we are having the Q positive charge is there. So the field is acting downward direction. So f of Q value is equal to f of Q value direction, this one. So the field, due to the field, how much force will act? QE force will act. Due to the acceleration due to gravity, how much force will act? Mg will act. Then G effective is equal to what is the G effective value? G into tell me, G into hello.
Sir, what is the answer?
One more time, please. Let me explain once again. So. Okay. So what I told you, so once again I am recalling, you are the new do this formula, so that's why I am recalling once again this formula. So the force which is, see, let me take, this is the electric field, this is the electric field direction. So in this electric field we kept one charge Q. What is the force on the charge means, so this is the electric field value E bar, this is the force value F bar is equal to charge into electric field value Q into E. So this direction will be along the direction of the electric field if it is a positive charge. So F bar will be opposite in direction if it is a negative charge. Just this sign is indicating that the direction of the field, the direction of the force is opposite to the direction of the field. So this direction, force will be acting in this direction. If we take this a negative charge, it is a negative charge, the direction of the force is opposite to the direction of the electric field. Oh, both is not responding. It is a long time running now, that's why it is not. So the direction of the electric field will be negative direction, opposite in the direction. Now will you please check this one? Here is the positive charge is there. On the bar of positive charge is there. The field is, electric field is acting downward direction. Along which direction force will act? Along the same direction of the electric field. See, along the same direction of the electric field. If it is a positive, F bar is the direction of the same only. No negative term is here. It is a positive term. So along the same direction of the force is acting. That means how much force is acting? QE. Force is acting due to the electric field. But due to the acceleration due to gravity, some of the force is acting. That value is equal to mg. Are you getting or not? Hello?
Yes.
So that means the net force which is acting on the body is equal to sum of these two values. Just sum, F net is equal to so QE plus mg. But F is equal to weight of the body only. Weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity only. But here is the acceleration due to gravity is a constant, is not a constant. It is affecting due to the electric field only. It is varying due to the electric field. Then m into g effective value is equal to F is equal to mg only. But here is the F net is varying due to the electric field. G effective is equal to QE plus g value. Then send m this side. Something I written here, m is there, no? I did not written mg. So now change this, send this mg to us, m to us side. Then g effective is equal to I will write starting g value in start g plus QE divided by m. This is the value for the G effective when the bob is having the positive charge and the field is acting into downward direction. Then the time period of the pendulum T is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G effective value. So that is equal to 2 pi into square root of L by G into G plus QE divided by M value. This value, this formula. When for this formula is for positive charge and E is acting downward direction. Downward direction. If the same conversation is continued for the negative charge means electric field is acting downward direction only, but it is in the negative charge. Here is the negative charge. Here sign will be changes. Then 2 pi is equal to L divided by Q minus QE divided by M. This is the formula for the time period. Okay, now this is the formula for the time period. Now one more small concept is there. If field is acting, if the field is acting along the horizontal direction, what is the problem? Let me check this on third case. If field is acting horizontal direction. So let me take the field is acting like this direction, which is the electric field direction. So this on this bob the field is acting. Let me take the positive bob only. The charge on the bob is positive only. Let me take this is the Q charge on the bob. Now field is acting this one. How much force will act on this one? Due to the force, so the bob will experience the force is equal to QE. Force will be experienced. So the force is acting along this direction is equal to QE. But what is the acceleration due to this one? Acceleration is nothing but force by mass. So the mass of the bob is equal, let me take m. So acceleration A is equal to QE by m. This is the acceleration. Acceleration along this direction is equal to QE by m. So again, what I am telling that the acceleration due to gravity always will act to the downward direction. That value is equal to the weight of the bob is equal to mg. Again, I am telling that acceleration due to gravity g will act in downward direction. This is equal to acceleration due to gravity. Why this is okay, thank you. Now will you please check this one? This is the acceleration is acting this direction. This is the acceleration is acting downward direction. Then resultant acceleration will act in the one small angle direction. This direction, the resultant acceleration will come. In the previous topic, we already discussed the resultant acceleration is equal to square root of this a square plus this g square only. So that is here is the a is equal to QE by m. That is equal to square root of QE by m whole square plus this value is equal to g. Here is the acceleration due to gravity is equal to g value. Then this case, what is the angle made this one? What is the angle? What is the angle made by the bob? How much angle will made? This is the theta. Theta is equal to opposite side A divided by adjacent side G. So tell me, take the tan theta. Tan theta is equal to opposite side A is equal to QE by m divided by adjacent side is equal to G. Then how much angle the bob can be made angle? The rest position bob angle. So the rest position bob angle is equal to, so it is the G effective. Only small topic is there. Then theta is equal to tan inverse of QE by G. What is this angle? Where the bob is coming to the mean position. It is mean position is the not constant, not a vertical line. It is getting the sum of the angle. This is the bob is making about this mean position. From this mean position, the bob will make the oscillation. Like this, the bob will make the oscillation because of electric field is acting along this direction. So this is not a vertical mean position. This is the mean position. Mean position of the bob. How much angle is made? This one is, this is the theta. This angle is theta. Now tell me the time period of in this time, the time period of the bob 2 pi into square root of L divided by square root of. Tell me G effective value. What is the G effective value in this case? Nobody following? Hello? You feel that bored, na?
Theta value m undaka sir.
Theta value?
Theta is equal to tan inverse of QE by GM sir.
GM no, ma. GM no. Because of it is the acceleration term only we are taking. Here you can take here also m.
Yeah.
No. See, this value is equal to acceleration. Here is the acceleration is equal to g only. Let me take ma. The force is equal to QE. Force is equal to MA is equal to QE. Here A is equal to QE by M. In this direction, QE by M is the correct only. But here is the force is equal to, in this direction force is equal to mg. So MA. In this one MA. A is equal to AA cancelled. Acceleration is equal to G only. Acceleration is equal to G only. Here A square plus G square. A square is equal to QE by M. Acceleration along the horizontal direction. Acceleration along the vertical direction. A square plus G square, that is equal to QU by M whole square plus G square. Okay, I need to write G square. Huh? Hello?
Sir, tan theta is equal to
Tan theta, na? Okay, let me go to the tan theta position. Okay, tan theta. Okay, tell me tan theta. QE by G, QE by G, QE by M. Okay, you are telling that here, na? Okay. Here is the QE by M divided by G. Correct one. So that is equal to so QE by M divided by G, correct only. Now tell me time period. Time period is equal to L divided by effective acceleration. Effective acceleration is equal to Q effective acceleration. What is the value? QE by M whole square plus G square. This is the formula for the effective acceleration. Are you getting or not? Hello?
yes, sir.
So these are the complete explanation for the all type of cases about the simple pendulum. All type of cases. You can keep the question will not cross this topic. So we will deal with all type of cases. At any type of, you can take the assumption if the pendulum is kept in fluid, if the pendulum is kept in satellite, like that, all type of cases we deal. How many cases we arrived? Hello? Hello, how many cases? Total?
6, sir.
6 cases. Okay, let me stop here. Time is too much exhausted. I used too much time only. So let me close here.